from Woodstock, Georgia, and today is being escorted by Brother Zach, Father Dave, Mom Anna, grandparents Steve and Judy Williams, and Joan Pelthorpe, and in spirit, Grandfather David. Will is a business major with a concentration in management. Will has been a 3-year starter. He was a 2023 All-Conference player, 2024 Dean's List member of the Leadership Council, as well as the men's lacrosse team, and is currently tied for second in program history with interceptions. After college, Will plans to go into the financial investment services. His favorite memory as a member of the Pride is all the time spent with current and past teammates, building bonds and making friends that have turned into family. Give it up one more time for number 1, Will Pelthorpe. Our second senior this afternoon, give it up for number 3, Coy Davis. Coy is from Cornelius, North Carolina, and is being escorted today by Mom Julie and Dad Kent. Coy is a criminal justice major. He has been a part of the Dean's List, and after graduation, Coy plans to become a police officer. Coy's favorite memory as being part of the Pride football program is scoring 2 touchdowns in Greensboro College's first win on Pride Field, as well as making all the lifelong relationships while here at Greensboro. Give it up one more time for number 3, Coy Davis. Our next senior this afternoon, give it up for wide receiver number 4, Shamar Privet. Shamar is from Zebulon, North Carolina, and is being escorted today by Mother Charnel and Grandmother Regina. Shamar is a psychology major with a minor in forensics. Shamar has been the offensive MVP in his junior season, and he reached the top 10 for receiving yards in school history. After graduating, Shamar plans to be a forensic psychologist after playing professionally overseas for a couple of years. Shamar's favorite memory of being part of the Pride is scoring for 132 yards against Averett last year. Give it up one more time for number 4, Shamar Privet. Our next senior this afternoon is linebacker number 5, Bishop Brown. Bishop is from Southport, North Carolina, and is being escorted today by his mom, Nicole. Bishop is a criminal justice major with a minor in political science. After graduating, Bishop plans to become a paralegal and begin clothing while pursuing his football career. Bishop's favorite memories of being part of the Pride football program is beating Guilford and NC Wesleyan. Give it up one more time for number 5, Bishop Brown. They did? Okay, awesome. Our next senior this afternoon, give it up for number 7, Dwayne Smith Jr. Dwayne is from Gwinnett, Georgia, and is being escorted today by Mom Shelley, Father Dwayne, and sister Mia, as well as niece 7. Dwayne Dwayne is a sport management major, and in his career has played 21 games with 2 pass breakups and an interception. Give it up one more time for number 7, Dwayne Smith Jr. Our next senior, give it up for number 8, Tacing Brown. Tacing is from Willahoochee, Georgia, and is being escorted today by Dad Bobby, Mom Rosetta, Sister Alaya, and Brother Alex. Tacing is a psychology and sport management major, and he was a first-team all-conference honorable mention. After graduation, Tacing continues to play football in the EuroLeague overseas and become a real estate agent and sports psychologist. Give it up one more time for number 8, Tacing Brown. Our next senior this afternoon, give it up for number 9, Kyrie Dites. Kyrie is from New London, North Carolina, and is being escorted by his parents, Sean and Gay, as well as sisters Brandy, Moshia, Tawanda, brother Lebrian, and cousins, friends, and nieces and nephews, as well as grandmother Eva. Kyrie is a health science major with minors in exercise science and coaching. He has a 3.9 GPA. He's been on the Dean's List multiple times. He's a junior marshal for the graduating class of 2025 and is a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. After graduation, Kyrie plans to obtain physical therapy assistant certification to become a travel therapist and obtain personal training certifications. His favorite memory is being part of the Pride is scoring 2 touchdowns this season and scoring a touchdown that contributed to the win against Guilford after 13 seasons. Give it up one more time for number 9, Kyrie Dites. Our next senior is number 16, Josh Sims. Josh is from Cornelius, North Carolina, and is being escorted today by Mom Avis and sister Alyssa. Josh is a business major as well as being a Dean List member. After graduating, Josh plans to get his master's degree. His favorite memories of being a member of the Pride is throwing 2 touchdowns earlier this year against Guilford in the Super Bowl victory. Give it up one more time for number 16, Josh Sims. I can't. Our next senior this afternoon is number 18, Jaden Morrison. Jaden is from Raleigh, North Carolina, and is being escorted by Mom Lee, Dad Jeremy, and 3 sisters, JC Jada and Jameson. Jaden is an exercise science major with a focus in strength and conditioning, as well as a minor in coaching and health science. Jaden has played both quarterback and tight end in his career, as well as having a 3.5 GPA. After graduating, Jaden plans to coach football, and his favorite memory of being part of the Pride is beating Guilford and winning the Super Bowl. Give it up one more time for number 18, Jaden Morrison. Our next senior this afternoon is number 36, Brian Ventura. Brian is from Alexandria, Virginia, and is being escorted by Dad Joel, Mom Devlin, and Sister Tatiana. Brian is an exercise science major and a coaching minor. Brian has been a part of the program for 4 years, as well as being a lifelong mentorship program at GC. After graduating, Brian plans to get his coaching and mentoring certification and start coaching, training young players. After graduating, Brian plans to be able to create a brotherhood with all of his teammates. Give it up one more time for number 36, Brian Ventura. Our next senior this afternoon, number 50, Cedric Crenshaw Jr. Cedric is from Jacksonville, North Carolina, and is being escorted by his father Cedric, mother Latrice, stepmother Eva, brothers Keon and Chris, sisters Sasha, family friend Jarvis, and in our hearts, his grandmother Sarah and Elizabeth. Cedric is a business administration major and minoring in marketing. He's been a member of the Dean's List, recipient of the Mark Pollard Scholarship, and captain of the Pride football team. After graduating, he plans on entering the business world, specifically in the digital and social marketing side. His favorite memory as being a member of the Pride is winning the Super Bowl and being awarded the Shy Clemens Man of the Year. Give it up one more time for number 50, Cedric Crenshaw Jr. All right, next up is number 53, Andrew Burgess. Andrew is from Fort Washington, and he is a criminal justice major with a concentration in psychology and sociology. Andrew has made the Dean's List twice in his Greensboro career, and after graduating, he plans to join the Secret Service and become a federal agent and run for mayor for the Congress and become the President of the United States. His favorite memory of being a part of the Pride is being with the defensive line and joking around in practice. Give it up one more time for number 53, Andrew Burgess. Sure. Our next senior this afternoon, let's give it up for number 60, Deshaun Holman. Deshaun is from Thomasville, North Carolina, and is being escorted by Gracie Holman, along with Zahara Holman, Shonda, and Danielle Holman. Deshaun is a physical education major with a minor in coaching. Deshaun was a second-team all-conference player in his junior season. After graduating, Deshaun plans to teach and coach football. His favorite memory is his sophomore season against Brevard when he picked up a fumble and ran it back for a touchdown. Give it up one more time for number 60, Deshaun Holman. Our next senior this afternoon is number 65, Stanley Fedorovich III. Stanley is from Howell and Howell High School and is being escorted today by Mom Rebecca, Father Stanley, and sisters Sam, Sarah, and his two nieces. Stanley is an accounting major and after graduating plans to become an accountant. Stanley's favorite memory is being part of the Pride is winning the Super Bowl earlier this season. Give it up one more time for Stanley Fedorovich III. Carlos, come on, dude. Our next senior this afternoon, let's give it up for number 79, Dalton Ovando. Dalton is from Moorhead City and is being escorted today by his mom, Jerry, brother, Adam, sister, Josie, Uncle Jason, and girlfriend, Bella. Dalton is a business administration major in a tracking in management. Dalton is also a member of the leadership committee. After graduating, Dalton plans to go back home and start his career. His favorite memory as being part of the football team is winning the Super Bowl earlier this season. Let's give it up one more time for number 79, Dalton Ovando. Our final senior this afternoon, let's give it up for number 89, Logan Taylor. Logan is from Harnett County and is being escorted by his mom, Bonnie, and brother, Spencer. Logan is a sport management major, and after graduation, plans to work and manage a professional sports team. Logan's favorite memory is being part of the Pride, is winning the Super Bowl, and getting that trophy back to Greensboro College. Give it up one more time for number 89, Logan Taylor.
Pregame show. We get you set for the season finale for Senior Day. It's Greensboro College and Methodist today, and the Pride coming off a big 38-29 win on the road on Saturday against North Carolina Wesleyan. And here to break it down for you, I'm Kendrick Fruits. He's Stephen Weidenhouse. Stephen, we saw a lot of great stuff on Saturday on the road at Wesleyan. Turner accounts for 5 total touchdowns at quarterback, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, becomes the first quarterback since at least 2010 to rush for 100 yards in a game. You get 100 yards from Torrance Kelly. Great job by the receiving crew as well. And just offensively, we'll start with the offense. This is what we've been waiting on.
Yeah, I mean, we heard a lot about the excitement about the offense and obviously some new coaches as well on the offensive side. And now we're finally starting to see, reap the benefits of the work they put in. And I think that's one of the things that it reminds you of is, when you have a new staff, a new playbook, new quarterbacks, sometimes it takes a while. And so, we're finally starting to see the offense click both the pass game and the run game. But Cameron Turner, he's made a huge difference. And so, it's been really fun to see. And hopefully we get to see it one more time today.
And, kind of breaking down a little bit further, one of the things that the coaching staff was telling us before the season started, they said, look, every quarterback has their distinct style of play. And we knew that Chase Altus was going to be your drop back, classic, if you will, style of quarterback. But with Turner, obviously, you let him loose. You let him, work the ball outside for an RPO or for quarterback keepers. And I think one of the things I've noticed about him, we've seen from his first start against Brevard, the running is there. As his last couple starts have gone on, they're starting to trust him throwing the ball a whole lot more.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, obviously being the quarterback, you got to trust him throwing the ball. But now, especially after last week, you really have a lot of trust in him because the throws that he made, I mean, the one to KJ Brown, in the end zone, double covered, threw it right to his chest, and just a fabulous throw. He had some other ones to privet as well. So, to be able to trust a freshman like that is pretty big. And so, hopefully, this is kind of something that will be a stepping stone into next year as well. Hopefully, one more game, one more solid game to get the confidence up, and to put another nice stat sheet together, and then build, as we go into spring ball. So, Cameron's been huge. Hopefully it's something that we're kind of seeing the quarterback of the future for this program, because it's been a couple of years since Alec Williams-Carr was that guy, and they've been trying to find that guy ever since him. Hopefully Cameron Turner is that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like you mentioned, the opportunity to show it against Methodist today. On the defensive side, you look at some of the numbers and you go, oh, it wasn't their best performance. And in some ways it wasn't, but I think you still saw a lot of what you expect from Greensboro today or this year, which is timely stops on defense. And I think one of the big things that helped them was the fact that they weren't giving Methodist a lot of short fields to work with. And so, when you've got not Methodist, I'm sorry, Wesley, giving them a lot of room to work with. So when you've got them backed up, defense really can shine, then applying more pressure and obviously forcing turnovers as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened last week, and it was a back and forth game. And honestly, Kendrick, we haven't seen Greensboro be able to win those high scoring games. We've seen them win some lower scoring games, but to be able to win a high scoring game and not have all that pressure on the defense is really good to see. It's refreshing, and so I think for the defense, it's probably like hey, finally we're getting some help from the offense, and then. Like you said, though, they closed it out. Will Pilthorpe had a pick six there at the end. NC Wesleyan was, had that final drive to try to at least tie the game, if not take the lead, if they scored a touchdown, and they shut it down. Pilthorpe got the pick six, finishes the game off. We had, I think it was 4 sacks, I think, that game. So, it's great for the defense to know that they, there's always going to be pressure, but not so much pressure that they have to win the game every week. So,
yeah, there have been times. Not necessarily this year, but even last year, there were a couple games where, speaking with coaches and some players on the defensive side, they've said, we felt like we had to score. Not just stop the opposing team, but we had to score. Now it kind of feels like everybody's taking care of their own responsibilities. Looking at Methodist, this is a team that obviously has struggled this year, but they've also lost a couple high-scoring games too. So it's not like you're facing a ho-hum offense necessarily today. So for Greensboro, does the defense come in and do what they do, or do we find ourselves in a shutout again today? It's going to be interesting to see how things shake out.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could see either way. And but I think, man, being senior day, being the last game of the year, you're going to see a lot of energy, a lot of fight from both sides of the ball. I think the defense comes out and plays really well. I can't imagine that Cameron Turner's not going to have at least a decent game.
Mm-hmm.
Last week's going to be hard to match just because it was a unbelievable game stats wise. But if the offense can limit turnovers and the defense gets after Methodist, and again, like you said, Kendrick, it is a team that struggled, and so hopefully we take advantage of their weaknesses. And again, on paper, I think Greensboro's definitely got the advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of a mark of a program on the rise. Obviously. Can you knock off a few teams you're not supposed to win, but win against? But also you've got to be able to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. So certainly kind of falls in that category today. But you mentioned Senior Day. we could go on and on the list of seniors. You mentioned Palethorpe a moment ago, Shamar Privet, very veteran offensive line group. And so just kind of any thoughts or memories or recollections you have about the senior class?
Yeah, so I got here a couple years ago. Got to see these guys as sophomores, and or Corey Davis as well. He's in his 5th year this year, but yeah, a lot of great kids. I mean, I think that's the one thing that you got to look at is not only have they contributed a lot on the field, but they're great kids too. I mean, you look at Will Pelthorpe, you look at Coy, which we did a piece on the news a few weeks back with him. A lot of these guys are just really good kids, and they're going to have great futures too. So what I hope for them is, man, they just they know this is their last game. Maybe they play a semi-pro or something down the road, but for a lot of them,
yeah,
maybe, but for a lot of them, it's probably their last football game, and so I think they're going to reflect on that beforehand, and I think they're going to come out with as much energy as they've ever had, and I hope that they have a great game, injury-free, and hopefully they come out with a win.
It's hard to believe this is our final pregame show and final football broadcast of 2025. We started the year with an absolute thriller on the road at Guilford in the Soup Bowl. Hopefully they sandwich the 2025 season with a win here today. Overall, just your thoughts on the year.
Yeah, it's been up and down, but there's also been some great moments as well. I mean, winning the Soup Bowl for the first time in a long time was such a great memory to be a part of. Of course, we were there on the sidelines, got to watch that whole thing, and that was a really special victory for the program and the school. Last week, being underdogs against NC Wesleyan, I believe the stat was we haven't beaten Wesleyan since 2013, and to go on the road against a better NC Wesleyan team than years past and get a big win, a double-digit win, that was really big. You've seen the maturation of Cameron Turner. Could we have witnessed the beginning of a great career from him, just being a freshman? We got to see again the great play of Will Pelthorpe and Frank Walker and Deshaun Holman, another senior.
The emergence of KJ Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Multiple receivers have come on this year. Keywan Westmoreland.
Yeah.
How about the season he had, especially in the beginning? Cameron Torrance Kelly. So a lot of great memories, a lot of things that you hope that you can build off of going into 2026.
Yeah, and the other one that stuck into my mind, obviously not the result you wanted, but a great experience getting to go to Davidson and play an FCS team. That was a huge thing as well. But it's business as usual, at least for the next couple hours. One last time here this year as Greensboro looks to close out 2025 strong on Senior Day. It's the Monarchs, it's the Pride, and it's next on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
Senior Day festivities underway. Recognized all of the senior class of 2025-26, and we're getting ready for the final game period of the 2025 football season. Let's get ready to rack it up and do it one more time. Good afternoon, everyone. Kendrick Fruits here with you from Pride Field on the campus of Greensboro College here in Greensboro, North Carolina, where the Pride will take on the Monarchs of Methodist University to close out the year. Greensboro coming off a big win against North Carolina Wesleyan last week. A breakout game for quarterback Cameron Turner, who threw for 296 yards and had 5 total touchdowns, added 1 on the ground with 110 rushing yards to go with it. Greensboro looking to make it 2 in a row and finish the year 3-7. They come into today 2-7, 1-5 in conference play. Methodist behind the Pride in the standings, 1-7 and 0-6 in the USA South. Just about ready to get this one underway. Greensboro will get the ball first here on Senior Day. Shamar Privet heading back to return. Greensboro with a win today would pick up their most wins in a season 3 since 2015. Certainly feeling good after the way last season ended. Methodist to kick off to get this one started. will be Ethan Emery, the sophomore from Fayetteville. Attended Jack Britt High School. They defeated Davie County yesterday in the second round of the high school playoffs. Emery puts it in the air, and for the final time in 2025, we are underway. Greensboro will snag the short kick at the 31-yard line. It's where the Pride will begin today. On the return there was Charlie Rogers. And we once again introduce you to Cameron Turner, completing 46.6% of his passes this year, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 532 passing yards, making his third career start today. Check that, his fourth career start today. Cameron Torrance Kelly had 105 yards on the ground last week against Wesleyan. He's in the backfield. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near. And on first down, it's a handoff to Torrance Kelly. Goes to the right now, cuts back inside. Good for about 2 or 3 yards there on first down. Greensboro today wearing the black pants, green jerseys with the black helmets. Methodist in all white with the gold numbering and gold helmets today. Second down and 6, a gain of 4 for Torrance Kelly. Greensboro's leading rusher this year, 424 yards on the ground. He's in the backfield again. This time it's Dykes who gives it right back to Turner, who's wrapped up in the backfield. Loss of about 9 there. A little bit of trickery that does not go Greensboro's way. Dykes to Davis, back to Turner, and it ends up a loss of about 9 yards. So third down and 16 for the Pride. Methodist was ready for that one. 4 wide receivers for Turner on third down and long. Turner dropping back. He's got a good pocket. Fires this one over the middle. That's caught at the 40-yard line and should be a first down for KJ Brown. There is a flag in the backfield, and they've also marked Brown a yard short, but judging by the reaction for Greensboro, they're moving. Yep, it's going to be a roughing the passer on Methodist. KJ Brown, you want to talk about the day that he had. Brown, 2 touchdown passes, 145 yards against North Carolina Wesleyan. Leads Greensboro in all receiving categories. 43 catches, 666 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He and Shamar Privet last week. First time 2 players caught multiple touchdowns in the game for Greensboro since Tegan Griggs and Ryan Buchanan caught 2 against Southern Virginia back on October 28th of 23. Hands this one off on first down and 10. Cutting up the near sideline is Torrance Kelly, or just past the near hash, rather. Torrance Kelly to the, we'll call it the 36-yard line. And it will be second down and about 1. Looks like they've marked it at the 37. So second and 1. .12:45 to go, first quarter. Greensboro's already crossed midfield. 3 backs with Turner in the backfield, and there's a flag as soon as it's snapped. It's a false start. So back Greensboro up 5, and it'll be second down and 6. Breezy day today here in Greensboro. It is 71 degrees right now, on the way to a high of 73. Second down and 6. Greensboro keeping 3 in the backfield, 2 on either side, or 1 on either side of Turner. And that one looked a little weird at the snap. Another penalty flag. Airing this one out for Privet. Now there's a flag on the back end as well. So a false, or a offsides, it looks like, on the defense. Then there was a flag down the sideline. Privet and the defensive back one-on-one coverage down the sideline. That was Jalen McKee. So let's see as this gets straightened out. Certainly looked like a free play for Greensboro. Officials discussing. So, yep, as expected, Greensboro will decline the offsides. They will accept the hold penalty on the defensive back, so that'll be 15 yards for the Pride and an automatic first down. One thing I think you're going to see today, and that is Greensboro dominating in terms of time of possession. The Pride had the ball for over 40 minutes against North Carolina Wesleyan last week. So first down and 10. And Turner is going to keep this one himself, fakes the pitch, and gets down to about the 30-yard line, gain of 2. And it'll be second down and about 8. Turner today 1 for 1 for 14 yards. Greensboro using a couple big penalties against Methodist to help aid in this drive. 3 Monarch penalties already. 1 in the backfield with Turner. 2 receivers to the near side. Fakes the pass to Turner, now trying to work his way up the middle. Got hit initially, now cutting to the right. And a gain of a couple there. We'll see how many they give him. Another 2, 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be interesting to see there. Yeah, about 4 yards there for Turner. That will bring up third down and 4 for Greensboro. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. 11.5 to go first quarter. Play clock down to 5. I don't think Turner realized it. Now he does. Takes the snap, hands this one off to Torrance Kelly, who busts up the middle. And he's going to be close. And I see an official saying move the sticks. So a 4-yard carry there for Cameron Torrance Kelly. Good enough for a first down. And it'll be spotted about the 21-yard line for the Pride. A good first drive developing here for Greensboro, keeping it on the ground mostly. Three carries for Turner, 4 for Torrance Kelly here on the opening possession. 2 receivers again to the near side, 2 to the far side. Torrance Kelly in the backfield with Turner. Turner dropping back, looking to his left. Looks like a little miscommunication there between himself and Brown. Incomplete on the near sideline, so second down and 10. Greensboro 558 yards last week against Wesleyan. Most since gaining 582 in the Soup Bowl in 2023. Second down and 10. Play clock down to 5. Turner takes the snap, dropping back again, looking to the left, wanting to air this one out towards the end zone over the head of Brown. And that will be an incomplete pass, setting up third down and 10. How about this? You got to love it. When Greensboro was hosting Meredith the other night in the volleyball semifinals, a couple of football players showed up with Go Pride written across their fronts. And the volleyball team is returning the favor now white T-shirts with the letters Go Pride on them, so you got to love that. 3rd down and 10, handoff up the middle. And it's not going to be nearly enough for the first down, gain of about 6 there. And it will set up 4th down and about 4 yards at around the 15-yard line. So a field goal from there would be about 32, 31 yards. Looks like the offense is electing to stay out there for now. 9:50 to play in the first quarter. 4th down and 5. Ball at the 16-yard line. Turner dropping back. Now steps up. He's got an opportunity to run. He will. Stretching for the first down marker, but not enough. He's short by a yard, and the Methodist defense will hold strong. It's a turnover on downs for the Pride. A promising first drive that ate up almost 6 minutes of clock ends with no points for Greensboro. We introduce you to Methodist. Quarterback Asa Wyndham made his debut last week for the Monarchs in the second half, went 12 of 18, 135 yards and an interception. Leading running back C.J. Ferguson, 318 yards on the year. Leading wide receiver Ty Benton, 329 yards receiving this year on 29 catches. Wyndham on first down, hands it off. Ferguson going up the middle. He's got a lot of room to run. Takes off past the 40-yard line. That's McCollum. Kyan McCollum up to about the 45-yard line, just a little shy of it. Maybe the 40. They're going to mark him back at the 42. So a gain of about 30 yards for Kyan McCollum on first down. And a very quick moving of the chains here for the Monarchs. Handoff again here on first down. Greensboro ready on that one. Gain of about 2 on the carry. And that was McCollum again, tackled by Walker. On quarterback Colby Little. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions this year. And a late Methodist player jogging off the field. It's offensive lineman. Little in his 4th game of the season. Completed 40% of his passes. 3 receivers to the near side and 2 receivers to the far side. It will be an empty backfield here on 2nd down and 8. Little in the gun, takes the snap, looking to his left, fires and hit immediately at midfield there is Marquez Jones. Gain of about 6 yards. Will be 3rd down and 2. So 3rd down and 2, ball spotted at the 50. Again, an empty backfield for Little. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Greensboro looking for a stop here. Little's going to keep it himself. He stumbles ahead. Should be about a yard shy, maybe a half yard shy. They're going to give him 1 yard on the carry, so 4th down and 1. Offense going to stay out there for Methodist, so both teams going for it early on 4th down today. McCollum checks back into the game for the Monarchs. A couple receivers to the near side. 1 to the far. Little in the gun with McCollum back there with him. He'll hand it off to McCollum. Greensboro's line has stacked him up, and he's not going to get there. Now a late push for Methodist, but it was after the whistle. He should be stopped short. It should be a turnover on downs. No. They're going to give him the first down. I certainly thought he was short. We're almost looking right down where the imaginary first down line is, and they gave him enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Little puts a man in motion and takes the snap, hands it off to McCollum again. This time he's wrapped up, almost wrapped up in the backfield, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Palethorpe ultimately makes the tackle. Palethorpe, one of the seniors recognized today. You know, Greensboro had a guy there. It was Jaden Barnes that hit him first but couldn't bring him down in the backfield. Palethorpe got him before he was able to get past the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10, 5:47 to play. Little dropping back, rolling to his right. He's being chased by Walker. Fires towards the sideline, picked. Intercepted right in front of the Greensboro sideline, Khalil Marcus. Marcus forcing the turnover, and Greensboro's going to get it back. For Khalil, his first interception of the year, the 3rd of his career. And the Pride will have it at the 31-yard line with 5:32 to play. Let's see what Greensboro can do with that turnover. 3 receivers far side. Turner going to keep it himself, faking the handoff to Torrance Kelly, and he goes up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards on the carry, and it will be 2nd down and 5. Already the 5th carry today for Turner. One receiver far side. And Turner throwing towards the far sideline. That's going to be caught. And getting out of one tackle, maybe gaining a yard or two in the process. And a late flag coming in for some post-play extracurriculars. And Greensboro looks like saying this one may be going on the defense. Officials having a quick conference. Methodist has already committed 3 penalties today. I say a quick conference for the officials. It's starting to draw out a little bit. Again, should result in a first down for the Pride. The Monarchs defense starting to back up a little bit to certainly add a little bit of validity to that guess. No score here between the Monarchs and the Pride today. 5:30 to go. 4:45 to go. So it looks like a personal foul both ways. So penalties will offset. Greensboro was very excited when the flags were thrown, but they ultimately called for one as well. So penalties offset, and it will be 3rd down and 5. Greensboro 13 plays for 41 yards. 7 plays for 37 for Methodist. Now the officials having Another conversation that has just ended. And we resume. 2 receivers to the near side for the Pride. Looks like 1 to the far side. Turner in the gun, dropping back, wanting to release it quickly. Steps up in the pocket. He's got room to run, first down and more. Turner tripped up past the 45-yard line. Cameron Turner for about 20 yards there on 3rd down and 6. And Greensboro's crossed midfield. They've moved the chains. And Turner already off to a good start today. After 110 yards on the ground last week, should give him about 25 today. Play clock down to 10. 2 receivers near side. 1 to the far. Turner will hand this one off to Torrance Kelly. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Loss of about 2 on the carry. Bit of a slow developing play there as Turner kept the ball and didn't completely give it to Torrance Kelly as he was waiting for that outside edge to get there, or to get into the backfield and open up the hole. It just never really materialized. Turner 2 for 4 in the early going. Both passes to K.J. Brown for a total of 15 yards. Handoff to Torrance Kelly, working to the left-hand side. He's got a little bit of running room close to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 10. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. Ball will be placed on the near hash. Greensboro working right to left across your screen. Torrance Kelly, 7 carries for 40 yards. Turner 6 carries for 24. 3rd and 2. Handoff to Torrance Kelly. Cutting to his left. Maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard at best. And it will be 4th down at about the 34.5. So 4th down, we'll call it 1. Greensboro going for it on 4th down for the 2nd time today. And a whistle. Flags have come out here. And it's going to go against Methodist. And offsides against the Monarchs will give Greensboro a 1st down. More than once today, Methodist has given Greensboro a 1st down via penalty. So 1st down and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side, Privet 1-on-1 near side. And that's the direction that Turner is going. Privet trying to cut inside his man, makes the catch and picks up about 15 yards. Good play there. Greensboro wanting to work quickly. 1.5 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Turner takes the snap, hands this off to Torrance Kelly. Up the middle, then cuts to the left. Gain of another yard or so, maybe 2. Shamar Privet going back 2 plays. 8th all-time in receiving yards here at Greensboro College. Came into today just a little over 1,100 for his career. 2nd down and 6, ball at the 16-yard line. Again, 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Turner and Torrance Kelly swapping positions in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, throws it screen to Brown, right-hand side. Brown dancing around tacklers, trying to get to the edge, does. Not quite to the 1st down marker, I don't believe. He's going to be about a yard short. So Brown's third catch will set up third down and 1 or 2. Ball at the 11-yard line, 14 seconds left. Greensboro doesn't have to run a play. They will. Turner's going to keep it himself up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Pride. Cameron Turner does it with his legs again, and with 6.2 seconds left in the first quarter, Greensboro draws first blood. I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun to watch this Greensboro offense with Cameron Turner installed as the quarterback. The freshman is now responsible for 10 touchdowns over the last 4 games. Sawyer for the PAT. Snap, spot kick is up. It's a low liner, but it is good. With 6.2 seconds left, we have a new score. Greensboro leads it 7-0 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So that drive goes 69 yards in 10 plays and again ends in the 10-yard touchdown run for quarterback Cameron Turner. Greensboro takes a 7-0 lead here on Senior Day against Methodist. Still to come later today, North Carolina Wesleyan on the road at Brevard, LaGrange on the road at Southern Virginia. Those are both 1 o'clock kickoffs, and at about 2 o'clock today, Huntington is on the road at Belhaven. And with that, the 2025 regular season will come to an end. Sawyer attempting the onside kick. It's going to be a fair catch called for by Methodist just past the 45-yard line. Little pushing and shoving there. Doesn't look like it's going to amount to anything. They've tried that a couple times 2 weeks ago. Didn't have a ton of success with it. But again, 6.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Time for about one play, and then teams will switch sides. Not much of a walk needed for either squad right now. With the ball set up at the 44. Little in the backfield, 2 receivers near side. And he's going to just hand it off to McCollum, working the left-hand side of the line. Not a whole lot there. Back to the line of scrimmage would be the best-case scenario for Methodist, as that will be the end of the first quarter. Greensboro takes a 7-0 lead to quarter number 2 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So a fresh 15 on the clock. It'll be 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard run for McCollum ended the first quarter. Quick pass over the middle, complete to about the 9-yard line. Gain of 4. Quick throw there from Little to Ty Benton, making his 30th catch of the year. Third down and 6. 2 receivers to the near side for the Monarchs, 2 to the far side. Little again in the gun, running back to his right. Fakes the handoff, wanting to air this one out over the middle. Overthrows everyone and then some. And a late flag in the backfield. What if they're going to get a late hit on the quarterback, Little? It's going to be Devarius Jesse getting called for the roughing the passer penalty. So instead of 3rd down and 6, it'll be 1st and 10. So that'll move it to, what about the 35-yard line? 36-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood, 36. Man in motion here for Methodist. Little handing this off to McCollum up the middle, busting through the middle of the line. Then he gets stacked up at about the 30. So a gain of about 6 yards there for McCollum. 6 carries, 37 yards for him today. Man in motion here. Little. That's tipped. Still caught there by Jones in the flat. Tackled at about the 25-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down. It was tipped at the line there, and great job by Jones to still be able to go up and get that ball. So 1st down for Methodist as they start to approach the red zone. One man in motion. Far side of the near, defense showing blitz. Little steps up to avoid the rush. Now working to his right. He's got room to run. He's got the 1st down and then some. Stepping out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Gain there of about 15 yards, it looks like. 14, 15 yards. Little going to tie his shoe now. Two receivers both ways. Little takes the snap, going to take it himself, trying to replicate what Cameron Turner did. Not quite going to get all the way into the end zone, though. Gain of close to 7 or 8 there for Little. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Looks like at about the 1-yard line. Under 11:30 to go in the first half. Pride lead is a touchdown. Methodist is driving. Little takes the snap, firing incomplete. Was looking for Jones on the near sideline. But a little bit of a miscommunication there. Jones was not ready or was not looking for that pass, and it will be 3rd down. Third down and goal. Looking for a big stand here for the Pride. Methodist 0 for 1 on 3rd downs today. Man in motion for Little, and a whistle. We'll see where this one goes. Defense called for a delay of game penalty. Not something you see every day. So 3rd down and goal from a little closer. Handoff, no, it's a quarterback keeper. Little's untouched to the end zone. The defense keyed on McCollum. Nobody watched Little. And Methodist, a PAT away from tying this one up. This will be Ethan Emery on the PAT with 10-12 to go in the first half. Snap, spot kick is up, it's blocked. Greensboro blocks the PAT from Emery, and we will head to the kickoff with Greensboro hanging on to the lead. Will Palethorpe having to calm down Devarius Jesse, who almost picked up another unsportsmanlike for a little jawing there with Emery. So Greensboro maintains the lead after the touchdown for Methodist, 7-6, 10-12 to go in the first half on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So following the Methodist touchdown drive, 9 plays, 56 yards. Emery will kick things off here. Short kick, bouncing off of the head of the returner, stumbled on the far side. Got tripped up over there. Trying to see who that was, looked like well, we'll see who they end up giving it to. It will be a Greensboro first down at the 28-yard line. It was a high short kick from Emery, and one of the middle blockers for Greensboro kind of slipped up, and the ball ended up hitting him on the head, and Greensboro was fortunate it rolled out of bounds. Turner faking the handoff here. Pressure up the middle. Turner trying to find a little bit of running room and not really much to be had. Turner, we'll see if they get him back to the line of scrimmage, although things getting a little physical after the play. It'll be second down here. And looks like they're going to give Turner a loss of 7 or 8 yards there. So second down and about 17 yards for Greensboro. 9:30 to go. One receiver each way for Turner. He's going to hand this off to Torrance Kelly up the middle. Good burst there up to about the 30-yard line. Gain of about 10 for Torrance Kelly, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 8 or so. Torrance Kelly, 9 carries for 42 yards. Looks like 3rd down and 7 officially. 2 receivers to the near side for Greensboro as we hit 9 minutes to go first half. Turner in the gun, dropping back, feels the pressure. He's running out to his right, still looking. He's going to flip this one, looking for Davis, almost made a one-handed catch. And it will be 4th down and 8. Turner and Coy Davis talking through that play. Turner wanted Davis to cut back up the field. It looks like all he had to do was flip it over the defender, and he had a little bit of room to run. Davis was trying to come back to Turner. It will be 4th down and 8, and Guy Gallardi will come out to punt for the first time. You would talk about somebody who was having a really good day earlier today. Gallardi, we could hear him during warm-ups saying today is going to be a great day. It is a windy day, I'll tell you that. We'll see what that does on this punt attempt, as it's all of a sudden gotten a little gusty here. Gallardi's punt high ends up being pretty good, especially if it takes a Greensboro bounce. It does. And it will be at about the 26, 27-yard line. So the punt there will go about 42, 43 yards, 7:59 to go. Greensboro has picked up 101 yards rather on 25 plays now. And Methodist 76 yards on 15 plays. Colby Little, 3 for 5, 16 yards passing for Methodist. Throws this one in the flat, almost picked off. Instead, though, it's caught and plenty of room to run up the sideline, 45-yard line to midfield. There is a flag. As it stands, a gain of 22. There may be a hold on this one, though. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like this one's coming back. Methodist moved back to it's going to be about the 34-yard line, maybe the 33-yard line. Handoff here on 1st down to McCollum. Gain of about 33. They've crossed the 35-yard line, maybe the 36 or 37. So McCollum now 7 carries for about 40 yards. So 2nd down and 4. McCollum working to the right-hand side. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line. Brought down there, Jay Law was part of that contingent that made the tackle. So a little bit of housekeeping there. So it was a 22-yard completion moments ago, Colby Little to Tanner Zill. They get the first down, but then there was the holding penalty, so they had the first down, but they did back them up in terms of yardage. So 1st down and 10, ball at the Methodist 39. Little faking the handoff, wants to air this one out over the middle. This one is incomplete, out of the reach of Allen Redford, the closest defender to it. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Two receivers to the near side for the Monarchs. One to the far side. Little will hand this one off. Not a whole lot doing there. Good job by the interior defensive line to the Pride. So it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 9 at the 40. Little looking to throw over the middle. Batted down by Khalil Marcus. Great play there. Khalil Marcus swatting that one down. It'll be 4th down and 9. By the way, that ball carrier a moment ago for Methodist, looks like Jordan Huggins, number 33, was the ball carrier. Or it might have been 35, Anthony Castillo. We'll wait and get confirmation on that. No, it was Huggins. So 4th down and 9. Methodist to punt this one away. Huggins gets it away, almost blocked, and fumbled on the return. Methodist has recovered at the 31-yard line. Greensboro, a muffed punt at the 31-yard line, will set Methodist up in great field position. Almost looked like the punt returner jumped up to try to catch it. Didn't field it cleanly, so Monarch football again, 1st down at the 32. Three receivers near side, one to the far, ball on the far hash. Little will fake the handoff, throws this one over the middle. Big hit there. Pass caught over the middle there by Anthony Melvin. So 2nd down and 3 at the 24-yard line. Little hands this off to McCollum, cuts back inside. See how much forward progress they give him. He's going to be close to the first down, and looks like just enough. So a first down there for McCollum on his 9th carry of the game. Three receivers to the near side, 2 to the far, empty backfield here for Little. 3:20 to go. Little dropping back, steps up feeling the pressure, and he's going to be brought down near the line of scrimmage. J-Law there to get him. Gain of 2 yards, so they'll give Little 2 there. 5 carries, 25 yards today for the quarterback. 2:59 to go. Methodist would love to eat up most of this. Greensboro defense trying to hold strong. Little dropping back again. Airs this one out, incomplete. Looking for a man in the end zone. And overthrew everyone again. That's the one thing about Little so far today. He's missed high a couple of times. Trey Crenshaw, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down and we'll call it 8. Colby Little 5 of 10 now for 45 yards and an interception. He does have a rushing touchdown. Again, an empty backfield for Little. 5 receivers spread. Throws this one over the middle, complete. He's got his man inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5. Gain of about 16 for Jones. Just a wide receiver screen over the middle, and Jones turned on the Jets after. That is his 3rd catch of the game. And it's 1st down and goal as we approach the 2-minute warning, and we will not see another play on this side. So we've hit the 2-minute break. Methodist leading at 7-6 and threatening again inside the 10-yard line. When we come back, we'll finish the first half on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Two minutes to go, first half. Greensboro leading by 1, 7-6. And Methodist is at the 8-yard line, 1st down and goal. Crenshaw one-on-one to the near side. On the far side, the receiver. Well, hang on a second. Little wanting to air this to the far side, and great defense. Going towards the back pylon. And a big play there for the Pride. I think that was Redford. Intended receiver was Tyrone Atkinson. Second down and 8. Redford's come up big in a couple of plays here later in the season. Little hands this off to McCollum. He's hit at the line. Greensboro stacks him up from there. The interior defense not allowing a whole lot for McCollum up the middle. Walker and Holman in on the stop. Walker already with his 4th tackle today. J-Law has 7 to lead the team. So 3rd down and 8, minute and a half to go. Two receivers both ways for Little. Play clock down at 10. Methodist going to run off as much of that as they can. Little takes the snap. It's a little bit low. Fires this one. Intercept. Oh, dropped. The interception was dropped. Nobody was there. Is it Elijah Hebron? Nobody was there to get in the way. Just not able to make the catch, secure the catch. It'll be 4th down. A field goal here of about 25 yards for Emory. Emory's PAT was blocked earlier. This is for the lead now. Snap spot kick is up, and it is true. With 1:08 to play, we've got a new score. Methodist takes the lead 9-7 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. .108 to go here in the first half. Emory's first 2 kickoffs today have been short. We'll see if that's the order of business again here. It is. Short kick caught about the 25-yard line up to the far side. There's room to run to the 25, to the 45, down to the 40, 35-yard line, and then pushed out of bounds. A big return for Greensboro and plenty of time. 1 minute to work with here in the first half. That was Quentin Solomon. There's an injured Greensboro player back at the 33-yard line, but Quentin Solomon has given Greensboro a little bit of life here at the end of the first half. Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line after the injured player is tended to back on the other side of the field. So we'll step aside. Actually, no, we won't, as he gets up now. Looks like number 46, Michael Lai, being helped off of the field. Freshman from Maiden, North Carolina. One minute to play. Greensboro will have the ball, first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Actually, no, that's 45, not 46. It's Jace Jackson. So Jace Jackson, the injured player. Screen pass here on first down. That's caught by Torrance Kelly. Cameron Torrance Kelly getting out of bounds close to the 30. It'll be a gain of about 7. So Jace Jackson, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, the injured player, not Michael Lai. Second down here at about 6. Turner today is 6 out of 9. Hands this one off to Torrance Kelly. Gets to the 29-yard line, gain of about 5, and Greensboro's going to burn their first time out with 44.9 seconds to go in the first half. A reminder, the USA South Volleyball Championship later this afternoon, 5 o'clock the start time, is Greensboro College looking for their first championship since 1997. They'll take on Southern Virginia, the defending conference champions. Again, 5 o'clock the match start. We'll be on air with the Pride pregame show at 4:45. $134 total yards of offense for Methodist. 107 for Greensboro. Turner's 5 of 8 for 36 yards, also 27 yards on the ground. Third down and 4 from the 30-yard line. Turner's going to keep this one himself. He's brought down in the backfield. There's a flag. Turner was spun around there by number 57, Caleb Nelson, the defensive lineman from Greer, South Carolina. Waiting to see which direction this penalty is going. It's going to be a personal foul, face mask. So there's a reason Turner was spun around, is because his face mask was grabbed, and it'll be 15 yards and a first down for the Pride. With 40.7 seconds left, Greensboro with 2 timeouts. And they're inside the red zone, trying to take the lead here before the half. First down and 10. Turner dropping back, wanting to air this one out to the end zone. A floater almost intercepted. Good defense there. Greensboro wants a penalty. I don't think they're going to get one for pass interference, but there is a flag thrown back behind the line of scrimmage. Number 51, Steven Sullivan, had to go pick up his helmet. So nothing, it looks like, on the actual attempt to the catch. It's a personal foul against Greensboro. That is the 4th penalty on the Pride, and so right after getting the first down via the face mask, backs him up to the 30-yard line. It'll be second down and long for Greensboro now. Turner dropping back, steps up, trying to avoid the rush, cannot do so. Turner is slung down in the backfield, loss of about a yard. And another penalty flag. Brought down by Omar Goodwin, the linebacker. Flag is on the far side of the field, and the officials again converging. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Pride, backing them further up. 17.8 seconds to go in the first half. And Greensboro is burning another timeout. That's their second timeout of the half, 17.8 seconds to go. And we'll take it with them here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Pride down 2. So 17.8 seconds remain. Greensboro down by 2. Ball at the 41-yard line. So the Pride have a little bit of work to do just to get into Sawyer's field goal range. It's got the distance for a mid 40-yarder, so Greensboro still needing about 12 or 13 yards. Turner dropping back. He's got all day. Throws in the flat to Dykes. Dykes looks like he slipped there at about the 36-yard line. Kyrie Dykes for about, actually they're going to give him, I think, 7 yards. And Greensboro burns their final timeout. 6.4 seconds to go. And the ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Yeah, kick here will be right at about 50 yards, so most likely the offense stays out on the field. Only other option, if you think you can make the catch and get out of bounds. A little quick out. Take 5 seconds and gain 5 yards. So Turner will line up in the gun. 2 receivers to the far side. Privet one-on-one to the near side. Third down and long for Greensboro. But again, 6.4 seconds left. So either a shot at the end zone or a quick flare to the sideline. It's going to be the latter. Nope, he's going to throw it over the middle. He's caught. It's Morrison who gets out of bounds, but not enough time there. Greensboro will run out of time here in the first half. So 30 minutes in the books. Greensboro down 9-7 at the break on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
All right, this Saturday will be senior day for the Greensboro College football team. It will be the final time receiver Coy Davis will step on the field as a player. Davis hopes to use the lessons of football forged on the practice field to help him in his next chapter of life as a police officer. Never give up on the game got him to this point. In this current era of college sports, of NIL money, revenue sharing, and the transfer portal, Division III sports is a throwback to how college athletics used to be. Playing the game because you loved it. Coy Davis of Greensboro College has a unique story, but he believes his time playing football for the Pride has prepared him for the real world as a police officer. A major knee injury in high school could have been the end of his football career. But Coy Davis wasn't done with the game. He went looking for and found an opportunity at Greensboro College.
And they knew about my knee and tore my ACL and had surgery, and they were still willing to take a chance on me.
Given a spot on the team was just the first step.
He's that true small college football player. You know, didn't play much as a freshman, kind of getting his bearings and learning, but put in the work, put in the time, got bigger, faster, stronger, learned the playbook. And, you know, now becomes one of our top guys that, you know, we want to find ways to get him the football and do some things for us.
High praise for a young man who used the game to become a better version of himself.
I really picked here because I saw that the coaches really did care. They cared about developing people outside of the field as well. So one of the best things that I got to do is I was able to develop myself as a leader.
Leadership skills will help him as he starts his career. He plans to enter the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Academy in January. He interned with the department last summer.
There's 40 of us, so we got a bunch of classroom instruction. We got to do ride-alongs with police officers. That was really cool. We did PT in the morning, some physical fitness and stuff to show us what to expect if we wanted to go into this profession, what we would see if we joined a police academy.
Becoming a civil servant runs in the family. His mom is a nurse, and his father was a longtime firefighter. Coy even spent time as a junior firefighter.
I got the opportunity and training to be inside of a burning building right next to my dad. So I thought that was something really cool. But you also see things that, you know, you're going to have to understand and be able to deal with in that profession.
Much like helping a teammate, Davis believes he can have a greater impact on the community as a police officer instead of a fireman.
He emulates some of our core values of accountability, integrity, and competition. And I think going into the police force, having that integrity and that accountability is something that will help him stand out and be somebody that's, you know, very successful at that. And he'll go as far as he wants to go, in my opinion.
I do think that I can make a difference. I feel like I have got this physically fit and able body to where I can protect people that can't protect themselves.
Committing to a cause bigger than yourself is a bedrock principle of winning teams. That's football or in the police department. Again, I'm sure he'll be pretty emotional on Saturday with his final high school football game, but boy, what a foundation he has to be successful as a police officer.
All right, Kevin, thank you.
Halftime in the season finale here at Greensboro College. The Pride trailing the Monarchs 7-9 at the break. Taking a look at the way the scoring happened in the first half. Greensboro gets on the board with a Cameron Turner 10-yard touchdown run. Sawyer's PAT was good. Then in the second quarter, It was a Colby Little touchdown run. PAT missed. Greensboro maintains a 1-point lead. And then an Ethan Emery field goal of 22 yards gives the Monarchs a 9-7 advantage at the break. Elsewhere in the USA South today, North Carolina Wesleyan on the road at Brevard. LaGrange is on the road at SVU right now. Both of those games underway. Brevard a 7-0 lead on the Battling Bishops right now. Ethan Beamish, guess what? Another touchdown pass. Jeremiah Lane, 38 yards, makes it 7-0 in favor of Brevard, looking to cement a winning season. A win today would make them 6-4. Then 5 or 6 minutes into the game so far, no score between SVU and LaGrange. Still to come this evening, Huntington on the road at Belhaven. We'll step aside again. When we come back, we'll take a look at what else is going on around Greensboro College athletics, including, a big volleyball game here in a couple hours. Again, Greensboro trailing at the break, 7-9 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
I just really felt like I was a person, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories. Time now for a look at what's going on around Greensboro College athletics. Men's basketball on the road yesterday at Averett. They fell 82-73, but not without a couple of highlights still in that game. Obviously, Nige Stroman continuing a heck of a start to his Greensboro career. His second double-double in 3 games, 18 points and 10 boards for Nige Stroman. 13 points for DJ Jackson, 11 for Will Gray. And how about 12 off the bench from Ryan Roberts yesterday as well. Greensboro, though, up by 1 at the half. They fade down the stretch to Averett. They fall to 1-2. Swimming on the road, the Cadet Invite in Lexington, Virginia at VMI. That's an all-weekend event. And today, women's wrestling is on the road in Lynchburg, Virginia, taking on Liberty. Still to come tonight, the big one this weekend, it's the USA South Volleyball Championships between the number 2 seed Southern Virginia Knights and the number 1 seed Greensboro College Pride. That's coming up at 5 o'clock this evening. We'll have the pregame show for you beginning at 4:45, and then the championship for the 2025 season will be decided. SVU, last year's winner, Greensboro wanting to pick up their first crown since 1997. No Peyton Shiflett on Thursday, status TBD for today. And Greensboro, again, looking to do what has not been done here in almost 30 years, riding a 23-game winning streak coming into today. But more importantly for the Pride, it's a team that we've talked about all year, a very veteran-heavy team, a roster with a lot of seniors. And they said, look, the winning streak is great, but we're looking at this one game at a time, one match at a time, one set at a time. And they said, at the end of the day, we just have to go 1-0 today. That's what matters. So a very, very exciting time here on the campus of Greensboro College. We hope you're able to come out and join us today. If not, though, we've got the action for you on the Greensboro College Sports Network, but love to see you come out and support your volleyball team this evening. Again, 5 o'clock is start time for today's match. Tomorrow, a basketball doubleheader. Women for their first home game of 2025-26. They're going to take on Mid-Atlantic Christian. Men's basketball back in action tomorrow after that against Warren Wilson. Women's basketball at 2 o'clock with the pregame at 1:45. Men's basketball scheduled for 4, so roughly a 3:45 or so pregame show. After that, men's basketball on the road in exhibition against Lees McRae. Women's basketball at home again next Wednesday, the 19th, against Randolph College. That is a 5:30 start time. Men's wrestling on the road at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill at 1 o'clock on Friday the 21st. Then next Saturday, women's swimming at home against William Peace. So too is the men's squad. And women's basketball at home against Pfeiffer at 2 o'clock next Saturday. Women's wrestling at home against SVU, 3 o'clock next Saturday. Men's wrestling will then head to the Mountaineer Open next Sunday, the 23rd, to take on App State in the Mountaineer Open, or they will head to App State for the Mountaineer Open. Again, all the home events here at the campus of Greensboro College are on the Greensboro College Sports Network. As far as volleyball is concerned, if you win today, most likely you will head to regionals. Selection show for that is Monday at 1 o'clock. So if they lose, they're not necessarily done. They still have a chance at an at-large bid, but a win tonight for Greensboro would cement them into regional play. And again, that information still to come, as the selection show for that will be Monday afternoon. We'll step aside. We come back. We'll take a look at some of the first half numbers and get set for second half action. Greensboro trailing Methodist at the break, 9-7 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Final 2:45 of halftime bleeding away on the halftime clock. So why don't we take a look at the first half numbers. Greensboro trailing Methodist 9-7 at the break in the 2025 season finale. For Methodist, quarterback Colby Little today 6 of 13 for 58 yards, no touchdowns and 1 interception. Little also has 25 yards on 5 carries with a rushing touchdown. Kyan McCollum 10 carries for 51 yards today, and Huggins 1 attempt for no yards. Wide receivers for Methodist today, Jones 3 catches, 25 yards. Zill is 1 catch for 22, 1 for 7 for Melvin, and Benton is 1 catch for 4 yards. Greensboro's done a decent job limiting the number 1 receiver of Methodist this year. Defensively for the Monarchs so far today, Jeremiah Sansbury with a sack, half sack each for Eli Jones and Christian Ellington. Smith, the leader in tackles. That's Anthony Smith. He's got 6 of them today. And from special teams, Emory is 1 of 1 in field goals for 22 yards. For Greensboro today, Cam Turner 7 of 11, 57 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. He has been sacked twice. He also has 31 yards on the ground on 9 carries, including a rushing touchdown. Cameron Torrance-Kelly, 10 carries for 42 yards today. Wide receivers, K.J. Brown leading the way, 3 catches, 20 yards. Jaden Morrison, 1 catch for 15. Shamar Privet, 1 catch for 11. Kyrie Dykes, 1 catch for 6. And Cameron Torrance-Kelly, 1 catch for 5. Defensively today, Khalil Marcus, 1 pass breakup and an interception. TJ Kroom and Alan Redford both with pass breakups as well. Defensively, Jay Law leading the way with 7 tackles, 4 for Frank Walker, 3 each for Palethorpe and Holman. And Greensboro has not attempted a field goal today. Team numbers so far today, Greensboro trailing in the first down category 10-8. Total yards go to Methodist 134-30, a very narrow margin there. Both teams have committed 5 penalties today, 62 yards for Methodist and 42 yards against Greensboro. Time of possession, a narrow Methodist advantage, 15:43 to 14-17. Monarchs 2 of 5 on third downs today. Greensboro 3 of 7. Methodist 1 of 1 on fourth down conversions, and the Pride are 0 for 1. Almost went for a second one, but a penalty backed them up, and they elected to not do so. Rushing yards going to Methodist 76-73. Passing yards go to Greensboro. Again, we mentioned just narrowly. Actually, when you I got that backwards. Let me correct that. Passing yards goes to Methodist 58-57. Greensboro averaging 4.3 yards per play. Methodist is averaging 4.6. Well, the Pride got the ball first to start the first half, so it will be Monarch football to begin half number 2. And it has gotten overcast. You're not in a sense of we're expecting a whole lot of rain or anything, but certainly gotten a little darker here. It feels, I guess the best way to describe it is picture a cool November day for football, and that's what we have here today. Greensboro to kick off, second half underway. This kick heading towards the sidelines, out of bounds, illegal procedure on the Pride, and Methodist will start the second half with good field position. So Greensboro picking up their 6th penalty. Coming into today, Greensboro's committed 10 or more penalties in 4 consecutive games. And so Methodist will start with the ball in the near hash at the 35-yard line. Ready to get the second half underway. Colby Little in the backfield with running back Kyan McCollum. 1 receiver near side, 2 to the far side. Little in the gun, takes the snap. Wanting to throw, now he's going to tuck it himself. He's brought down in the backfield. Frank Walker got to him, and so too did Deshaun Holman. Holman and Walker the first sack on Little today. So Walker will have 4 sacks on the season now and 5 for Frank Walker. Second down and 16, ball at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side for Little. Here comes pressure again. Little's going to keep it. Gets around 1 defender. Not going to get around a second. That's Walker again, bringing down Little. Maybe at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and long here for Methodist. Greensboro's defense making a statement first couple plays of the second half. 13:45 to go in the third quarter. Little dropping back. Airs this one out towards the near sideline, and that one is knocked down. Good defense there on the near boundary. Methodist wanting a pass interference, not going to get it. Good defense there. Tyler Lee Thaxton on the pass breakup. And that will force a Monarch punt. It'll be Huggins to punt it away. He's got 1 punt for 27 yards. Here comes the snap. Greensboro bringing the pressure, but it's a line drive punt. Going to be caught at the 35-yard line up to the 40, 45. Diving ahead now on the punt return of about 10 yards. It's Mitron Curry on the punt return. So Greensboro at the 45. Also Frank Walker, we should mention now, with 6 sacks, was given credit for a sack a couple plays ago. And Turner going to keep this one himself. We'll finish that housekeeping in a minute. Turner hit at the 47-yard line, gain of 2. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. So Walker has tied Brandon Drumgoole for 6th on the single season sacks list. And he is approaching the top 5 in career sacks. Handoff up the middle to midfield, gain of about 3 yards there for Torrance Kelly. So 3rd down and 6. Ball in midfield. Turner takes the snap, wanting to throw. Now it's going to tuck it and run. Penalty flag comes out as Turner picks up the 1st down yardage to the 41. But looks like this is going to come back. And so it'll be 3rd down and long there as Greensboro again called for the hold. So while they're marking off the penalty yardage, looking at the career sacks of Frank Walker, who is now 5th all-time with 9.5 sacks, 1 sack, or half a sack rather, behind Courtney Gunter for 4th place all-time. So 3rd down and 16. Greensboro backed up to their own 39-yard line. Turner dropping back, looking to throw. Wants to air this one out over the middle, incomplete. And it will be 4th down. Was looking for Davis over the middle. Turner did not get it there to him, and Gallardi will have to punt. So Greensboro's opening drive takes about 3.5 minutes. Will end in a Gallardi punt. Here comes the snap and the punt towards the Greensboro sideline, and caught by McCollum for about 2 yards. Up to the, we'll call it the 30 or so. And that's where we will see the Monarchs so ball spotted at the 30 for Methodist, a 2-point lead for the Monarchs. One receiver to the near side for the Monarchs, 3 to the far. McCollum in the backfield with Little. Handoff up the middle to the, we'll call it the 35-yard line there. Gain of about 5. McCollum 11 carries for 56 yards. One receiver near side, couple to the far side for Little. He's got McCollum to his left. Play clock down to 10. Handoff to McCollum up the middle. Bobbled the exchange for a moment, and that gives the defensive line for the Pride enough time to get into the backfield. They have bottled McCollum up at the 34-yard line. Will be a loss of a yard. Crenshaw getting in on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now at the 34. Approaching 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Little dropping back, throws it towards the Methodist sideline. He's got a man complete 1st down. That's Jones at the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9. Jones hauling in his 4th of the day. He's got 34 yards over those 4 catches, so a lot of short-range completions for Little. Methodist won last year 17-14. And another low-scoring, close game so far today. Handoff to McCollum to the 44-yard line, maybe a yard. And Jay Law with another stop. Give him now 8 tackles today. Ball at the 45. So it's a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers both ways for Little. Takes the snap in the gun. Steps up to avoid the pass rush. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Anderson Sidbury on the tackle. Actually going to give him a couple yards there. 3rd down and 6. They gave him 2 yards on the keeper. Ball at the 47-yard line. They need to get to the opposite 47. Here comes the blitz. Little airs this one out down the near sideline. That is incomplete and a flag. Thaxton Lee's going to get called for the pass interference on the Greensboro sideline. Tyler Lee Thaxton was blanketing the intended receiver there. That was Colin Fay, who's got 16 catches for 234 yards this year. So the pass interference moves the sticks. It'll be at the 38-yard line. And high snaps actually be taken by Huggins. A busted play there, and Greensboro will swallow it up in the backfield. I think that was Crenshaw on the stop. So it'll be second down, and we'll call it 11. Snap was a little bit askew. Little went up to get it, and instead it was Huggins who just grabbed it and ran. Second down and 11. Empty backfield for Little. Looking for a receiver. Now tucks and runs. Pickup of about 2 yards there. And it will bring up third down. So third down and 9. Under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Methodist taking a page out of the Pride playbook and eating up a lot of clock here. Neither of these teams wanting to give the other the ball. Neither one wanting to give him a lot of time either. 4 receivers, actually 5 for Little. Steps up, now tucks it and runs. Left-hand side, past the 35-yard line. Not much more than that. And it will be fourth down at the 35-yard line. A field goal from here would be 52. So the offense stays out. Fourth down and 7 at the 35-yard line. Three down linemen for Greensboro, and a whistle there right as Little was about to snap. The play clock got down to 0, but not before Methodist took a timeout. 5:49 to go. Monarchs lead it 9-7. 5:49 in the third quarter to be exact. Greensboro defense looking to force a turnover on fourth down when we come back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. So big fourth down here from the 35-yard line. Fourth down and 7. Empty backfield for Little. 2 receivers near side. Ball on the near hash. 3 receivers far side. Defense shows pressure. Backs out of it. Little feels a little bit of pressure from Walker. Walker's trying to bring him down. He does. Frank Walker with one hand pulls down Colby Little. Frank's got 2.5 sacks today, and it's a turnover on downs. Frank Walker also moves into 4th place all-time on the all-time sacks list. Half a sack behind David Beatty for 3rd. Check that, David Beatty for 4th. So Walker is now 5th all-time. Frank has 10.5. Beatty has 11. Josh Daniels has 12. Brian Richardson 14, and Nathan Wooten has 17. Don't forget, Walker's just a sophomore. Carry up to the 40-yard line by Cameron Torrance Kelly, gain of 2. That's his 12th carry today, 46 yards. Actually, looks like they just gave him 1 there. 2nd down and 9. $5:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers far side, nobody on the near side for Turner. High snap, and has to just keep it himself. Was going to hand it off to Torrance Kelly, but the snap kind of threw everything off sequence, and Turner ends up barreling ahead for about 3. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about, what do we want to say, 6 here. 3rd down and 6. Again, I think you're going to see this a lot of the rest of the way from both sides. Teams taking their time in between plays. Play clock down to 5. 3, 2. Turner's got to hurry. He does. Takes the snap, fires a dart over the middle, incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Logan Taylor. Taylor not able to hang on to it, though, and it'll be 4th down. 4:14 to play, 3rd quarter. Turner is now 7 of 14 today. So Gallardi to punt. From the 42-yard line. End over end kick. McCollum's going to watch it take a Greensboro bounce. He's fumbled it, but he's picked it up now, reversing field. Near the goal line, Greensboro's pushed him. Did they get him into the end zone? No, it looks like they're going to mark him at the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. A huge play on special teams for the Pride, as Methodist is going to be backed up deep in their own territory with 3:59 to go. An ill-advised attempt for McCollum to run with it. It's going to spot it about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. We'll see if the defense can bring a little pressure here. Handoff up the middle. Stacked up, not much happening there. In fact, maybe a loss of a yard. It will be 2nd down. Looks like they're going to keep him at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10. Three and a half to go. McCollum in the backfield with Little. Defense shows pressure. Little wants to air this one out, throws this one deep down the sideline. That's caught at the 45-yard line. A gain of 42 yards on the deep pass down the sideline. That was Tyrone Atkinson, his 9th catch of the year. And Methodist out from underneath the shadow of their own goalposts. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line, so a gain of 40. Handoff to McCollum, but the play blown dead. A false start coming against the Monarchs. So it'll be first down and 15. Greensboro down 9-7 here in the late stages of the third quarter. In the final act of 2025. One receiver to the near side, a couple receivers out far. Actually three, two of them bunched near the line of scrimmage. Faking the pass, faking the handoff rather, throw over the middle, incomplete. Should mention, new quarterback in for the Monarchs, that's Asa Wyndham. Completed that last pass to Atkinson, and now the incompletion over the middle. Wyndham made his debut for Methodist last week, played the second half, was 12 of 18 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Colby Little was 7 of 15 today, 67 yards and a pick. Wyndham puts a man in motion. Two receivers both ways. He drops back. Feels the pass rush. It's Walker. Walker trying to get to him. Wyndham rolls out to his right. Throws this in the flat to McCollum, who's hit hard out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about, we'll call it 5 yards. And that will bring up third down. Ball at the Greensboro, or at the Methodist, rather, 48. Sun trying to peek out here a little bit. Again, temperature in the low 70s today. It's breezy. It's a perfect November Saturday. Snap to Wyndham. Here comes the pass rush. Throws this one. He's got a man open at the 40-yard line, complete for a Methodist first down. That's going to be Melvin, his second catch of the day. Wyndham's come in and breathed a little bit of life into this Monarch offense, completing 3 of his first 4. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Two receivers to the near side and two to the far side. Huggins in the backfield with Wyndham. Puts Zill in motion. Hands this off to Huggins. Huggins tripped up around the 45-yard line, maybe a gain of 1. .45 seconds remaining in the quarter. So officially not going to give him anything, so second down and 10. They'll have to run one more play. Differential of about 8 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. Wyndham dropping back. Here comes the edge rush from Palethorpe. Wyndham gets this one away, and it's complete again to Melvin on the Methodist sideline. Great job there by Wyndham, standing in the pocket and delivering a strike to Melvin. That'll move the chains for a Methodist first down, and that will end the third quarter. Neither team able to puncture the scoreboard in quarter number 3. Methodist with a 2-point lead as we head into the final 15 minutes of 2025 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. start of the fourth quarter. It's the final 15 minutes of 2025, and for this class of seniors, the final 15 minutes for them here at Greensboro College. We'll see if they lay it all out and give Greensboro a come-from-behind victory. It's going to be McCollum on first down with the carry for about 4 yards. That's how the fourth quarter starts. A lot of leadership on this senior class. Obviously, we've talked about Will Palethorpe. Offensively, quite a few offensive linemen. Stanley Fedorovich, Dalton Evando. Big names offensively and defensively. Shamar Privet, Coy Davis. A lot of guys whose contributions here cannot be understated. There is a sack there on the quarterback, Wyndham. Wyndham goes down, brought down by Zaire Ray. For Zaire this year, that is sack number 4.5. Greensboro started to get into the backfield. No sacks at halftime, now 4 in the second half. 3rd down and 7. Wyndham drops back, feels the pressure, steps up, and he's going to be brought down again. And that is, guess who? Frank Walker. So it'll be 4th down at about the, what do we call it, the 26-yard line. A field goal from here would be 43 yards. And it looks like Wyndham and company will stay out on the field here at 4th and 6. Play clock down to 10. They may take this all the way down. Play clock now down to 3, 2, 1. They take the snap. Wyndham looking right, now going left. Airs this one out. It's tipped and almost caught anyways by Zill, and a flag. Almost a great effort there by Zill on the catch. We'll see which way this flag goes. It's a personal foul, roughing the passer on Greensboro, and it's a 4th down conversion for Methodist. So that is a heartbreaking moving of the chains there. Will move Methodist down just outside the 10-yard line so they can get a 1st down. .38 to go. Monarchs threatening to extend what is a 2-point lead. It's a snap low on the ground. Wyndham picks it up, fires this near side, and that's complete along the near boundary. Pass completed to Trey Crenshaw. So it'll be 2nd down and about 6. It was a low snap, and Wyndham scooped it up off the ground. Snap to Wyndham again, quick throw, near side to Crenshaw, caught. It's going to be close to the 1st down marker, it looks like. 3rd down and 1. Also should say that Zaire Ray did not get officially credited with the sack, as it was Wyndham got back to the line of scrimmage. So no sack for Ray and none for Walker. Third down and probably less than 1. Wyndham again wanting to go towards the end zone. That pass knocked down. knocked down at the pylon. Broken up by Tyler Lee Thaxton. He has been challenged today, and it's been an up and down day for Thaxton, but that is one of his biggest plays today. 4th down and 9 now, and decision time, or 4th down and inches rather, and decision time for Methodist. And they will use a timeout here, it looks like, to talk it over. Do you go for the points and make it a situation where Greensboro has to score a touchdown, or they try to go for it and perhaps punch it in for a dagger? 11:21 to go. Methodist leads it by 2 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was
down in inches. And Asa Wyndham staying out there. Quarterback keeper Wyndham trying to barrel his way in. There's a flag. Multiple flags coming in now. Not sure if he got to the first down marker anyways. But a lot of laundry on the field. And it's a false start on Methodist, so it backs them up to about 4th and 5 now. We'll see if this changes the thought process for the Monarchs. It will. Here comes the field goal unit. So here is Ethan Emery. He's 1 for 1 today. Field goal from here for Emery would be about 23 yards. He's good from 22 earlier today. Here's the snap. Spot kick is up, and it is good. We have a new score with 11:13 to go. Methodist tacking on an Emery field goal. They lead it 12-7 here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. That Methodist scoring drive going 14 plays, 89 yards, and we have just over 11 minutes to play here in the 2025 campaign. Emery is kicked short every time today. This one the same off of the front line, and now tipped and taken by a Greensboro returner past the 30 to the 35-yard line to the 40 to the 45. Multiple flags have come out. 1, 2, 3, 4 flags on the play. Was returned by Quentin Solomon again after hitting somebody on that first line of blockers. So much laundry on the field. It's the officials having a conversation through the happenings on that play. And while they're discussing, we'll check out the rest of the conference right now. Late in the first half, Brevard has extended their lead on North Carolina Wesleyan 24-0. Ethan Beamish, 10 of 15, 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. And LaGrange leading Southern Virginia 27-7. Broadnax 12 of 17 for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns. That game's still 5 minutes away from halftime. Huntington and Belhaven just now underway. Officials are breaking their huddle. Let's see what the final decision here ends up being. 3 fouls on the play. Normally you see 2, but we have 3 here. And the officials will keep us in suspense a little bit longer as they resume their conversation. So Greensboro is called for a holding. There were 2 holds called on Greensboro and then a block called on Methodist. And apparently when all's said and done, everything offsets. So a little bit of confusion there, but it looks like we're ready to go. Greensboro will have it first down and 10 at the 47-yard line, 11 minutes to play. Pride haven't scored since the first quarter. Turner will hand it off to Torrance Kelly, up past midfield. Cameron Torrance Kelly for about 3 yards there to get to midfield. Second down and 7. He's got 13 carries for 48 yards today. Greensboro now trails by 5. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. So field goal will not cut it. Turner takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Torrance Kelly, fires over the middle. He's got Brown. That's complete to the 35-yard line. Gain of 15 to K.J. Brown. K.J. Brown continuing what has been an incredible year. He now has 600 and actually, no, that'll get him over 700. 701 receiving yards for Brown this year. So first down and 10. Handoff to Torrance Kelly. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Hit almost immediately by Nelson. Caleb Nelson with the stop. Actually, looks like 2 based on the yardage officially given to K.J. Brown. He's actually at 699. So second down and 12, 9:15 to play. Greensboro behind the sticks. And Turner will throw far side. That's going to be caught. And enough for the first down there. It's Shamar Privet. Privet goes for about 15 on his second catch of the day. Pride, after spending a lot of the day on the ground, going through the air here on this possession. Turner wanting to throw for the end zone, airs this one out and in and out of the hands of Brown. Dropped there by Brown, had a step on his defender and couldn't haul it in. Maybe had to check up a little bit on that throw, but not a whole lot. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Two receivers near side, one to the far. Ball at the 25. Turner will hand this off to Torrance Kelly. Nothing in the middle, tries to bounce it outside, and there's even less there. Cameron Torrance Kelly with a whole lot of nothing doing, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 26-yard line. Field goal from here would be 43 yards. Longest Sawyer's hit this year has been 33. He's hit from longer in practice. Turner's going to take it himself. Flag comes out. Turner gains 3, but it looks like Greensboro might be backed up again. It was Turner's 12th carry. My guess is a hold. We'll see. And it will be a holding penalty that is declined, which brings up 4th down. So Turner officially gets 1 yard, so back to the 25-yard line, 4th down and 10. Offense stays out on the field. Smith, Brown, and Carr, the receivers on the near side. Privet to the far. So 4th down and 10, 7:30 to go. Turner takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Airs this one out. Receiver trips. It's Brown. And the pass falls incomplete. I don't know if Brown tripped over the shoes of the defender or just tripped over his own feet. Either way, Brown was looking down at the ground trying to stay up. And that pass falls incomplete. So a turnover on downs will give Methodist the ball at the 25. $7:15 to play. The Monarchs' lead is 5. You know they'd love to eat a lot of this remaining game clock if they could. First down, handoff up the middle. Gain of about 2 or so on first down. And another tackle to Will Pelthorpe's ledger. Give him 4 today. Jay Law leads all defenders with 11. 2nd down and 8 at the 25-yard line. Handoff to Huggins up the middle. Huggins barreling his way close to the 30. So 3rd down and 5. Wyndham looking to throw to the left, steps up, makes one man miss. He's hit hard at the 32-yard line and a flag. Teams have combined for now 16 penalties. Let's see what the penalty looks like. It's going to be on the Pride, and it will bring an automatic first down. So it's a personal foul that'll put the ball up at about the 50-yard line. Two receivers both ways. Wyndham takes the snap, hands it off to McCollum, trying to work his way around the left to the 50-yard line. That's all he's going to get. Minimal gain there, maybe a yard. Under 5 minutes to go. Actually, they're going to give him to the 49, so 2nd down and 9. Second and 9. And again, this is kind of the situation Greensboro wanted to avoid, and that's this drive really starting to drain the clock away. Wyndham in the gun, fakes the handoff, throws far side, screen complete. Back to the line of scrimmage, no more. I think that was to Crenshaw. It'll be 3rd down and 9 at the 49-yard line. Actually, they're going to say lost a yard there, so 3rd and 10 at the 50. Lee Thaxton on the stop. So another big 3rd down for Greensboro. Not only do you have to make the stop, but you got to make sure you don't commit a penalty. So many times today, both of these teams have made a defensive stop only for a penalty to give the opposition a first down anyways. Looking to throw now. Wyndham's going to tuck it and run. Nothing doing there. A gain of a yard. It'll be 4th down and 9. Jay Law making the stop at the 49-yard line. So punting unit we should see here for Methodist. 3:20 to go. Right now, the offense is staying out onto the field. 33 seconds left on the play clock. They'll probably run this most of the way down. Now here comes the punting unit. Huggins today, 2 punts for an average of 31 yards per punt. We are now under 3 minutes to go. Greensboro's going to have to score a touchdown. Snap back to Huggins. Kicks this one away. Oh, that's a very good punt. Back towards the end zone and too far into the end zone for a touchback. So Greensboro will have the ball with 2:37 to go. The Pride are in possession of all 3 of their timeouts. And they need 5 points to tie. Obviously, you can't get that, so just get into the end zone. First down and 10 coming for Greensboro at the 20-yard line. A reminder still to come today at 5 o'clock, the USA South Volleyball Championship match between number 2 seed Southern Virginia and number 1 seed Greensboro College. We'll have all the action for you on the Greensboro College Sports Network beginning at 4:45. And again, the championship match beginning at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So first down and 10 at their own 20, 2:37 to go. Turner puts a man in motion. That's Davis. Takes the snap and whistle. It was going to be a handoff to Torrance Kelly, and it ends up a false start on Greensboro. So back him up 5 yards, and it will be first down and 15 from the 15. So now the Pride will need to go 85 yards in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Wind blowing in the faces of the Greensboro offense. Again, Davis goes in motion. Turner this time wanting to throw, and another flag. This may be consecutive false starts on the Pride. It is, so now first down and 20 from the 10. And Greensboro has now committed double-digit penalties for 5 consecutive games to end the season. So now 90 yards to go in 2:34. 2 receivers both ways for the Pride. Now Davis goes in motion, far side to near. Dropping back is Turner. Feels the rush, steps up. He's going to run up past the 20-yard line, or right about to the 20. Actually got up to about the 21, 22-yard line. A good scamper there for Turner. Given the penalty yards and then some, gain of about 12 on the quarterback keeper. So it's second down and 8. We approach 2:10 to go. Again, Davis goes in motion, takes the snap. Does Turner. Fakes the pass. Now wants to air this one out towards the sideline. Privet's wide open, makes the catch. 45-yard line. Is anybody going to catch him? He cuts inside. Privet, 10, 5, touchdown! No flags. Greensboro takes the lead. Shamar Privet catching the ball at the 45, streaking down the sideline, makes one cut at the 20, and the Pride regained the lead 13-12 with 1:51 to go. All it takes is one. And Greensboro got that one. A 78-yard touchdown pass from Cam Turner to Shamar Privet. Offense is staying out on the field. Puts a man in motion. Now another in motion's Privet. Turner wanting to jump, throws it back, and that's dropped. Incomplete. Which makes sense, though. You think about it. There's not a whole lot of difference between a 1-point lead and a 2-point lead. If you go for 2 and you get it, the other team has to kick a field goal only to tie, and a field goal won't win the game. So I understand the play call there. Greensboro just doesn't execute, and we will head to a kickoff with 1:51 to go. The Greensboro lead is 13-12 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Greensboro to kick off with 1:51 to go. Only one timeout left for the Monarchs. If we see Wyndham, he has been a breath of fresh air for Methodist in the second half. 7 of 9 for 80 yards passing. That drive for the Pride, by the way, 3 plays, 80 yards, and it's capped off with a 78-yard touchdown pass from Cam Turner to Shamar Privet, who, by the way, goes over the 100-yard mark in his career finale. 3 catches, 104, and a score. What a way to go out for Shamar. Sawyer puts this one in the air. Good kick, returned from the 5-yard line up the middle. And stacked up at about the 20. Now still cutting to the outside. Able to get around a couple guys, but maybe to the 22, 23-yard line. Overall, good job by the coverage unit for the Pride. And Methodist will have a minute 41 with which to work. Pride have outgained the Monarchs today 257 to 243. Both teams have lost 1 turnover. Greensboro fumbled 1 away, while Methodist threw an interception. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. First down and 10 for the Monarchs. Wyndham dropping back, airs this one out right over the middle. He's got a man. Oh! Caught and then dropped at the 40-yard line. Wyndham threw it deep over the middle. His intended man had a step on the Greensboro defender, but it was dropped. That was Ty Benton, the leading receiver of the Monarchs. So second down and 10 yards to go. Just for reference, as we look at second down and 10, Wyndham feeling the pressure, escapes to the left. He's got to get this one out. He does towards the sideline. Not sure if he stayed in bounds there or not. It'll be third down and 9, so they officially give him a yard on the catch. Ethan Emery, his long field goal this year is 23 yards, and that was earlier today. 1:26 to go, third down and 9. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Wyndham drops back. Not a lot of pass rush, but it comes from the middle now. He's rolling out to his right. He's got to get rid of the ball. He loses the ball. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Monarchs, but it will be fourth down. Wyndham hit hard from behind on the boundary. It will be fourth down, and Greensboro just needs to make one more stop. Make a stop, and then get a first down. Fourth down, and we'll call it 14. Wyndham drops back. Airs this one out deep down the far side. Palethorpe watches it fall, incomplete. A turnover on downs, and Greensboro with it. 1:13 to go. Methodist can only stop it once. The Pride are about to go back-to-back here to end the year. You want to talk about resilience. This team hung around all day. Some parts good, some parts not so good, but at the end of the day, the Pride execute when it matters most. Defense comes up with a big stop, and now Cam Turner is in the victory formation. Turner takes a knee. And Methodist will take their final timeout. So Greensboro will improve to 3-7. Their first 3-win season since 2015. Again, a reminder, coming up later this evening, the USA South Volleyball Championship match between number 2 seed Southern Virginia, number 1 seed Greensboro, from Haynes Gym, just behind our broadcast position here at Pride Field. Match is set for 5 o'clock this afternoon, and the pregame show beginning at 4:45 as Greensboro College will look for their first volleyball championship since 1997. Coach Dan Bozarth and company 28-2 heading into today's game. It's just the beginning of a busy weekend. A basketball doubleheader tomorrow. Women's hoops at 2 o'clock against Mid-Atlantic Christian. Men's basketball 4 o'clock against Warren Wilson. We'll have it all for you on the Greensboro College Sports Network. 1:11 to play. And Turner takes the snap, takes a knee. We'll have to do it one more time. And how about this? A good moment here. Josh Sims checking in. They're going to let the senior take the final kneel down of the 2025 season. .45 seconds left. So Greensboro's just got to bleed a few more ticks off before they can take that knee. Sims under center, takes the knee, and that should do it. Well, back in the beginning of September, Greensboro started the year with an exciting victory in the Soup Bowl. They finished the year with an exciting win on Senior Day. What a way to bookend 2025. Your final score, Greensboro College 13 and Methodist 12. The Pride finished the season at 3-7. Methodist will finish their year at 1-9. We'll take a look at the scoring summary for today's game. Greensboro gets on the board in the closing seconds of the first quarter. A 10-yard touchdown run from Cam Turner makes it 6-0. PAT good 7-0. In the second quarter, Colby Little, a 2-yard touchdown run on the quarterback keeper. The field goal, the extra point attempt was blocked, and Greensboro would maintain a lead of 7-6. Ethan Emery, a field goal late in the first half, and Methodist went into the break with a 9-7 lead. In the fourth quarter, another Emery field goal, this one from 24 yards, gave the Monarchs a 12-7 lead. And then with just a minute 51 to play, Turner finds Shamar Privet down the near boundary, 78 yards for the touchdown. PAT no good, but Greensboro's defense makes a big stop on fourth down, and they come away with a 13-12 win in the season finale. Let's take a look at the final numbers individually today. Actually, we'll start with the team numbers. Methodist picks up more first downs, 18-11, that is. Total yards goes to Greensboro, 257-240. Penalties, Greensboro commits 11 for 112 yards. Methodist, 7 penalties for 72 yards. Time of possession, usually a number the Greensboro football team dominates, but this time it was Methodist with 36-17 of possession. Greensboro 23-43. Individually, we'll start with the Monarchs today. Colby Little, 7 of 15, 67 yards and an interception. And Asa Wyndham, 8 of 12, 81 yards, no touchdowns or picks. Kyan McCollum, the leading ball carrier for the Monarchs, 16 carries for 62 yards. Colby Little, 11 carries, 22 yards and a touchdown. Huggins, 5 carries for 5 yards, and Wyndham had 5 for 3. Leading receiver today for the Monarchs, Tyrone Atkinson, 1 catch for 40 yards. Also today, 4 catches for 34 yards for Marquez Jones. Melvin had 3 catches for 30. Zill, 1 catch for 22. Crenshaw, 2 catches for 9. McCollum, 1 catch for 9. Benton, 2 catches for 3. And Fay had 1 catch for 1 yard. Defensively for the Monarchs, Sansbury with a sack. Jones and Ellington combined on a sack today. Leading tackler was Smith with 7. Goodwin and Adams both with 4. And from special teams, Emery was 2 of 2 on field goal attempts. For Greensboro, Cam Turner goes 10 of 18, 163 yards, and the game-winning touchdown with a minute and change to go in the fourth quarter, a 78-yard bomb to Shamar Privet. Leading carrier today was Cam Turner, 13 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Cameron Torrance Kelly, 15 carries for 44 yards. Shamar Privet, the leading receiver in his final game at Greensboro, 3 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown. KJ Brown goes 4 catches for 33 yards, just misses 700 on the year, finishes with 699. Jaden Morrison, 1 catch for 15 yards. Dykes, 1 catch for 6. Torrance Kelly, 1 catch for 5. Defensively, Frank Walker, 2.5 sacks today, moves him up into 5th place all-time with 10.5 sacks in his Greensboro career. Remember, he's still got 2 years left here with the Pride, so Frank Walker will need 6.5 sacks to move into a first-place tie next year. Zaire Ray had a sack, and Deshaun Holman had a half sack today. Pass breakups, 2 for Tyler Lee Thaxton, 1 each for Marcus Anderson, Sidbury, Kroom, and Redford, and an interception for Khalil Marcus today as well. Leading tackler was Jay Law, had 13. Frank Walker had 10 to go with his 2.5 sacks. Pelthorpe and Tyler Lee Thaxton, Anderson, Sidbury, Crenshaw, and Holman all with 4. Zaire Ray with 3. Jaden Barnes, Khalil Marcus, and Devarius Jesse with 2. And 1 each for Kroom, Thomas, Redford, and Hanchy. Reagan Sawyer today did not attempt a extra point or a field goal today. So that is not only how we wrap up today, but it's how we wrap up 2025. Greensboro gets it started with a thrilling win against Guilford in the Soup Bowl. A lot of ups and downs during the season, a lot of memorable moments, getting to go to Davidson and get to experience a FCS opponent. A lot of fun, a lot of really exciting games offensively, defensively, some big moments this year for the Pride, and they ended with back-to-back wins, 38-29 against North Carolina Wesleyan last week on the road, and then a win today at home against Methodist. A lot of things to be excited about for this team going forward, and certainly it looks like maybe Cam Turner could be that quarterback of the future, the way that he played over the final 4 games of 2025. There will be some new faces next year, some new wide receivers in the room, a lot of new looks on the offensive line. You'll see some big faces and big names back as well next year. It'll be an important offseason, I think, for Greensboro. You see a lot of steps in the right direction. They've got to find a way to continue that for next year. So an important offseason coming for the Pride. But for right now, this is a team that is celebrating a successful senior day and back-to-back wins to close out the year. Ultimately, 3-7, still not where this program wants to be, but emotions and excitement and energy levels very much high, ending the year on a high note, and deservedly so. Well, that'll wrap things up here from Pride Field for the fall of 2025, and we'll see you back on the field for the spring and when men's and women's lacrosse gets underway. We've got a full winter of basketball, swimming, and wrestling still to go. And, not to mention, we have a championship volleyball match here beginning in, 2 hours and 18 minutes or so. We'll have the pregame show for you at 4:45 and the USA South Championship match in volleyball at 5 o'clock. We'd love to see you at Haynes Gym, but if not, tune in on the Greensboro College Sports Network. We'll have all the action there for you. That'll wrap everything up for us here as we close football season with a victory. A big thank you to all of our game day staff, my producer Marion Manley, our camera operator Jay Sean Ayala, our director of sports information Stephen Whitenhouse. I'm Kendrick Fruits for the final time this football season, wishing you a green and white good night. Your final score, Greensboro College wins it against Methodist on senior day, 13-12. This has been a presentation of Greensboro